In the mortal realms, gods walk among mortals, monsters roam freely, and entire civilizations rise and fall in endless war. But among all the peoples of the realms, few appear as flawless, as enlightened, as the Lumineth Realm-lords. These radiant aelves of the realm of light believe themselves to be paragons of wisdom and perfection. They wield powerful sorcery, master elegant martial disciplines, and seek to purge corruption wherever it spreads. But the truth is, the Lumineth were not always enlightened. In fact, their past is defined by arrogance, catastrophe, and a fall so devastating that it nearly destroyed their entire civilization. The Lumineth were born during the Age of Myth, when the mortal realms flourished under the guidance of powerful gods. They inherited the 10 paradises of Hysh, the realm of light, and were guided by their divine creators, the twin gods, Tyrion and Teclis. Gifted with immense intellect and magical potential, the Lumineth pursued perfection in every aspect of life. They sought mastery of art, philosophy, warfare, and above all, sorcery. At first, their pursuit of excellence was harmless. Rivalries between scholars and mages pushed their civilization to incredible heights. But ambition slowly turned into obsession. Each faction sought greater magical power than the last, and before long, their competition became an arms race of catastrophic magic. Eventually, the Lumineth unleashed forces so destructive they began to tear the fabric of reality itself. Their pride, arrogance, and hunger for supremacy drew the attention of one of Chaos's most dangerous gods, Slaanesh, the Dark Prince of Excess. Slaanesh fed on the Lumineth's escalating conflict, growing stronger as their wars spiraled out of control. Brother fought brother. Entire nations were annihilated by forbidden spells. This apocalyptic civil war became known as the Okari Dara, or in the Azrite tongue, the Spirefall. And as reality itself fractured, demons of Slaanesh poured into Hysh. They rampaged across the realm, slaughtering the Lumineth and feasting upon their souls. The civilization that once sought perfection now stood on the brink of extinction. Only one figure could save them, the archmage god Teclis. Realizing the true cause of their downfall, Teclis sought wisdom beyond his own power. He communed with Kellinar, the spirit of Hysh itself. From this revelation came a new philosophy. The Lumineth would no longer seek domination over their realm. Instead, they would learn balance. They would listen to the spirits of the land, ancient elemental beings known as elementors. Through intense discipline and spiritual self-control, the Lumineth began to master their emotions and rebuild their shattered society. Perfection would still be their goal, but now it must be tempered with humility. Today, the Lumineth march to war as one of the most disciplined and refined forces in the mortal realms. At the heart of their armies stand the Vanari. These elite warriors wield weapons forged from sun metal, a magically conductive material that channels the power of Hysh itself. Vanari hosts include Aurelin Wardens, disciplined spear formations capable of stopping even cavalry charges, Aurelin Sentinels, deadly archers who strike enemies from afar, and the Swift Dawn Riders, lightning-fast cavalry that harass and flank enemy lines. But the Lumineth are far more than conventional soldiers. Their power comes from their connection to the elemental spirits of Hysh. Across Hysh, Sacred temples teach different paths of harmony with the realm's spirits. Each temple embodies a different element of the land. The Alarith temple follows the mountains. Their warriors channel the strength and endurance of stone itself. Supported by towering spirits of the mountain, they form an immovable wall against the enemy. The Hurakan temple harnesses the power of the wind. Their warriors move with supernatural speed, while spirits of the wind unleash devastating storms across the battlefield. The Adrillan temple studies the flowing rivers of Hysh. Their warriors move with graceful fluidity, striking enemies like a crashing wave of blades. Together, these temples transform the Lumineth army into a perfectly balanced force of elemental power. Guiding these armies are the Scinari, the Lumineth's supreme spellcasters. These powerful mages wield the radiant magic of Hysh itself. They can unleash beams of searing light, summon protective magical sanctums, or shield their allies from destruction. When Lumineth magic flows in harmony, their armies become nearly unstoppable. But magic alone does not define them. Discipline, balance, and unity are their true strengths. Among the Lumineth heroes are the twin prodigies Ellania and Ellathor, known as the Eclipsean War Sages. Chosen by Tyrion and Teclis themselves, the twins fight as a perfectly synchronized pair. Ellania enhances their magical prowess, while Ellathor reads the battlefield and strikes with devastating precision. Their bond allows them to move and fight as one mind, a symbol of the balance the Lumineth now strive to achieve. Another powerful ally is Sevireth, Lord of the Seventh Wind, a mighty elemental spirit capable of unleashing devastating desert winds that blind and scour entire armies. Despite their enlightenment, the Lumineth remain haunted by their past. The arrogance that once destroyed their civilization still lurks beneath the surface. Their mastery of ether quartz, powerful magical crystals they carry into battle, constantly tempts them toward emotional excess. Without discipline, they risk repeating the same mistakes that led to the Spirefall. That is why every Lumineth warrior trains not only in combat, but in perfect control of the self. The Lumineth Realm-lords stand as one of the most brilliant civilizations in the mortal realms, masters of magic, warriors of unmatched precision, disciples of the elemental spirits of Hysh. They fight with perfect harmony, every movement calculated, every spell flawless, but their quest for perfection comes with a heavy burden, because once their arrogance shattered their world, and even now that flaw still lingers beneath the surface. The Lumineth know better than anyone that the greatest enemy they will ever face is not chaos. It is their own pride. If you enjoyed this journey into the Lumineth Realm-lords, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the channel for more deep dives into Warhammer Age of Sigmar lore. The mortal realms are vast, and every faction has a story worth telling. So, if there's a legend you want uncovered next, let me know in the comments. Until then, walk in the light of Hysh, and remember, even the brightest civilizations cast the darkest shadows.